cancer. So Home Sweet Home is a hospice care center specializing in the care of terminally ill elders suffering with pancreatic cancer. The goal of a hospice center is to create an environment which improves the patient's quality of life in their final moments. The vision for Home Sweet Home was to construct and develop a space that elicits subjective feelings of happiness, care, love, and comfort. This conscientiously designed facility is the perfect space due to the individualization that tends to be lacking in hospices today, as culturally specific inclusivity will be utilized to actively celebrate the culture of guests. So just a bit about the location of the building. So located in the beautiful and quiet town of Oakville, Ontario, this 20,617-foot center is unique and suited perfectly for a hospice center. There is a bus stop located directly outside of the facility so that visitors can access the center easily. There is also a trail alongside the back of the building in which patients can enjoy the beautiful center. Just some general information about the building includes that it is a one-floor building, which is easily accessible for elders in the hospice center. The construction of the building includes a structural steel frame, which consists of columns, beams, girders, open steel joists, and trusses. Some additional information includes the base building floor plate. So the entire building is actually 87,000 square feet, but just Unit 7 alone, which is where my building will be in, is 20,000 square feet. And then there's just some additional information about the building structure as well as the building interior. So the program ideas for Home Sweet Home include a therapy room for both patients and loved ones, an activity room, a relaxation room, a commemoration room for those who have passed away, and much more. The patients of Home Sweet Home will be cared for with a design style that mimics the comfort of one's own home, as it is within best practices guidelines to ensure patients feel comfortable in their final stages of life. So the 4 zones that I have included are the patient area, which is on the top right in purple, and that includes just the patient suites. So I have 7 patient suites. Then the central area where my gesture is includes the lounge area and dining area, and that's just in blue there. And then the public area on the left side in green includes the commemoration area, which the public is able to come and commemorate those who passed away in the hospice center, as well as the patients of the hospice center. Then there's the washrooms, which are fully accessible, as well as an educational room on the bottom right for both visitors, patients, and the loved ones of patients. And then on the bottom right is the workers area, which includes the nurses area, medicine room, doctor's office, therapy room, and kitchen, and that's just in a red color. So my gesture is connection, which is just that circle on the top. And it is seen as an interconnected circle. The definition of connection is to bring certain things into contact with one another, to be joined together and to become connected. This represents a life cycle, which is a unique defining characteristic of human condition. Within every living being, this cycle contains an individualized beginning and an uncertain ending. Each cycle represents a timeline and is entirely subjective. Even though human lives are all different, we are all connected as one. The principle of design in this is unity, which is the circle of life is connected and unified. And as you can see, that's just my building model, and in the middle is the gesture, which is connection, and it's just a circle which is connected. And then lastly is just my floor plan. So I'll give you guys 15 minutes to look at that, or if you guys are done early, just let me know.
Aloe Vera Care, which is a dementia care community. Next slide, please. So for the project summary, the program, Aloe Vera Care, is specifically designed to give dementia patients a level of care that will help them live a better quality of life. The main focus at the facility is to provide patients with treatment methods that use more non-pharmacological treatments and reduce the use of pharmacological ones. Aloe Vera Care will hold classes and workshops that will teach staff and family members techniques on how to keep dementia patients active and engaged so that they have a richer quality of life with a sense of purpose and meaning. Our mission, so at Aloe Vera Care, our mission is to provide the quality of care that contributes to improving the quality of life for all our patients so that they can live a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. The facility provides patient-centered care, an approach that enables patients to receive healthcare with dignity and respect. Next slide, please. So the location. The site for Aloe Vera Care is located at 407 Iroquois Shore Road, Oakville, Ontario. The building is 1 story high with a total square footage of 87,415 square feet. The facility will use units 1 to 5 for a total square footage of 20,250 square feet. This location deems to be best suited for this program because one, the site is in close proximity to residential dwellings, allowing patients to be close to the facility, and two, it's close to highways 403, 407, and the QEW, making it easier for patients' families driving them to and from the facility. So on the bottom left-hand corner is a rendering of the exterior of the building, and in the top right-hand corner is a Google Map preview. Next slide, please. So the building structure consists of structural steel frame, so columns, beams, girders, and open steel joists and trusses. Exterior cladding, so 325mm precast panels, 92mm metal studs, and R24 insulation, spandrel glass anodized frame, so the glazing, and a poured concrete slab. The building's interior consists of 17-foot 6-inch slab to underdecking, 1-foot 6-inch depth steel joists, 2 feet 6 inches plenum space, 8-inch by 8-inch column size, and a 34-foot by 30-foot column grid. The top right-hand corner is the interior image of the proposed site, and the bottom left-hand corner is another rendering of the exterior elevation, which is facing the south side. Next slide, please. So for program rooms and spaces, so the zones consist of the reception, so reception area, filing room, and lounge area. We have the security room, the meeting rooms, office area, as well as the workstation area. The staff area, which consists of the lounge, the locker room, washrooms, and then patient laundry room. The event hall, the dining hall, and the kitchen area. The treatment areas consist of occupational therapy, psychological therapy, art therapy, music therapy, massage and touch therapy, virtual reality and gaming, an exercise room, and classroom. In addition, we have a patient area, which is both bedroom and bathroom, storage, and washroom area. So the image on the right-hand side is a diagram which is showing the relationship of these zones, green representing the noise level, so there are more quiet areas, orange represents the average to medium noise areas, and up there, of course, red is the loud areas. And with these areas, of course, the design was to have them split to have the private and public. Next slide, please. So for the gesture sketching concept, I chose the noun coordination. So the creative direction behind choosing the gesture coordination is that it symbolizes people holding hands and represents working together, supporting one another, caring and helping each other. The definition is coordination is the organization of different elements of a complex body or activity so as to enable them to work together effectively. This has a connection to the program as aloe vera care provides the patients with many programs, services, and events and daily activities. These help the patients form a closer relationship with staff as well as it helps them to engage with others in the facility. The facility also holds classes and workshops that teach staff and family members techniques on how to keep dementia patients active and engaged. The thought process behind the design of the gesture is to connect all the different programs, services, events, and activities by sharing a central corridor and a large event space. The principle of design being conveyed in the gesture's unity as it ties everyone and everything together. Next slide, please. So now this is my preliminary floor plan. Feel free to have 15 minutes and review. If you want Isabella, on this case, to zoom in into key spaces or have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.
Individuals coping with memory loss to create and maintain a lifestyle surrounded by positive mental, physical, and social health. The center is focused on creating new and improved programs for both members and the caregivers by providing a safe atmosphere while receiving the essential treatments and resources for their well-being. The main goal of this day program is to include programs that have successfully been incorporated at existing long-term care homes and day programs for Alzheimer's patients. Upon the completion of the research interviews, new programs will be included that pertain to the suggestions and recommendations of caregivers and staff members. Next slide, please. So the location of the building that I chose is at 3990 Major Mackenzie Drive East in Markham. It is formerly known as the Angus Glen Community Center. It is located at the intersecting streets of Warden Avenue and Major Mackenzie Drive East. The community of Markham is one of many in Ontario that faces countless issues with senior living. There is a significantly low number of available beds in long-term care homes for individuals that need this care. So placing the day program in this location will create an alternative to long-term care as it addresses the issues of available senior housing while also allowing the members to continue living in their own homes. So this here is a picture of the Angus Glen Community Center. Next slide, please. So continuing the project summary, the day program will be proposed in the existing library of the community center. So you can see on the left side of the floor plan, that is actually the mechanical and electric room for the whole first floor of the community center. So I just incorporated it here to show that that's where the mechanical and electrical is. So this floor plate, it is 15,020 square feet. The existing library is 2 stories. However, only the lower level will be occupied for the day program. The ceiling height is 11 foot 8 inches in the sunken area. So at the bottom portion where there are the stairs and the ramp going down. So that's the sunken area. And then the remaining of the floor plate is 9 foot 8. And there is a 1 foot 4 plenum space. The building structure consists of various types of wood, including tongue and groove decking and glulam beams, and there are also steel columns in the structure. The window size along the east side near the elevator, so the part that's going to the northeast side up above, those windows are 7 foot in width, 9 foot in height, and a 2.5 inch sill height. The existing ceilings are gypsum wallboard and acoustic ceiling tile. Next slide, please. So the list of spaces that I came up with, so they're listed on the left-hand side here. They are the welcoming zone, which is also the reception. So there will be cubbies for the members, a janitorial closet, and storage and a printing station for the reception. There will be an activity room with emotional, intellectual, and physical activities, a spiritual and quiet room, which will also have a sensory room located very nearby. The meeting and refuge is the dietary consultant office, the operational director office, the licensed nurse office, and also a meeting room. So the meeting room is for the staff and also for the caregivers when they have their support group meetings. There's also a title of resource and equipment. So that is a collection of different spaces, whether that be storage for supplies, storage for equipment, and also a laundry room. The nourishment area will have a dining room with a fireplace, an indoor garden with access to the garden on the balcony, and an interactive kitchen for the members and caregivers. And lastly, there is a staff lounge with change rooms and washrooms, cubbies, and a small kitchenette. So on the right side, this is one of my relationship diagrams. So as you can see, the larger circles mean that those spaces are in fact larger in size. The hatched lines are for immediate adjacencies. The unhatched lines are secondary adjacencies. And the single line is for a convenient adjacency. So the circles that have a dark side to them, those are acoustical barriers, and the dashed lines around the bubbles are for natural light. Next slide, please. The gesture that I have chosen is based on the noun vitality, which is the state of being strong and active in energy. It is also the power-giving continuance of life, and which is present in all living things. So the principle of design that I've decided to focus on was emphasis. The day program will communicate with its members and staff the importance of life continuance as well as strength and energy. The main purpose of the day program is to create an environment that encourages its members to regain their strength and maintain their ability to perform everyday tasks, creating a space that allows those with memory impairments to have hope in their lives and the growth of their mental and physical health. The day program will also emphasize the importance of the mental and social health of caregivers. The knowledge and education available to the caregivers will allow members to obtain robust habits. My creative direction of the gesture consists of course, a circle, a curve, and then a straight line underneath. The circle represents the individuals, so those are the caregivers and the actual members with the memory impairment. The individuals that are using this day program are supported by a strength and energy, which will eventually be adapted as they work towards growth and energy in their individual lives. This is represented by the curve that passes through the circle. As they are developing this growth, they are supported by the strength of the center and its personnel, which is the line below the circle and the curve, so showing that it is supporting all of the activity and the energy of the collective. Next slide, please. And lastly, this is the preliminary floor plan. So the red arrow at the top shows where the entrance is. And again, the left side is just the existing electrical and mechanical room.
So, introduction. The purpose of this study was to focus on adult education and mental health at the same time. Research has shown that adults trying to get to know the job or lose their job are always someplace to learning to get new job. However, no education center take care of their mental health and finds advice. The mission statement. In this adult education center, I create a space that adults can continue learning, getting retraining knowledge, making them ready to find a job. People can find their way to release stress in this center, such as consultation with employees, activities, and gathering space with other people. The space also provides a positive and interactive place for adults who want to learn and get better. The facility goal. Design a space for adults that can have positive, encourage learning space and positive and provide hope.
The learning environment is essential for adults who might stress getting a job, family, and finance issues. So this is a very important to take care of everyone who comes to the center. Next slide, please. The building information. The building I chosen is 47 Arclush Shore Road at Oakville. This is a one-floor building. The building is facing east-west, having natural lighting throughout the day, especially in winter, have lots of warm light coming to the rooms. The building makes the learning environment better and having happy natural environment. Around the building covered with natural viewing, this is better for people who might have stress, who needs mental health, and better learning environment. And this building is close to shopping center, residential, and public school. And in front of the building has a bus stop and very close to highway. So which means this area has a lot of people passing by and very convenient for most of the people. Next slide, please. The unit I chosen is unit 125. The total square feet is 2,176 square feet. This unit 125 has full height glazing window, and unit 1 can be classroom and gathering space. Unit 225 can be departments and office. Next slide, please. The program list and rooms and spaces. So at the left top corner there is the entrance zone. So has reception, security, and waiting area. And at the bottom is the blue zone is for the employees. It has 2 private office and a working station and a meeting room. And the green color represent the resource area. The first department is the donate center. The donate center is for people who like to donate their second-hand professional clothing for their interview or for their jobs. And there is mental health department, resident department, and the finance advice department. And the yellow color represent the breakout areas and gathering space. And the red color represent the classroom and the training rooms, and also the classes including knowledge learning, training class, and hands-on skills and safety lessons. Next slide, please. The nouns I chose is revitalization, the action of imbuing something with new life and vitality. The semicircle represents the current situation, and the strong, thicker line represent the that people break through their current situation, the current status, what they have, so they can achieve their goals. Next slide, please. So here is my floor plan, and the red arrow is at the left top corner there.